Good morning, students. Welcome to Joyful Living class. In our previous class, we have already started lesson number 7, the treasure hunt. So today we are going to continue with the part 2 of the lesson. In our previous lesson, we have seen a very beautiful story about a good beggar, and we have also seen there the very charming and attractive character of that story, that was Shekhar. So hope we have understood that story and we are able to learn something from that story. So based on that, let's think of the things which we have learned, what learning experiences we have made from that story. Let's summarize it. First learning experience which we can say over here is seeing good in oneself. In your textbook, it is on page number 53. Seeing good in oneself. All of you liked Shekhar very much for the simple reason that he always found goodness in Muthu, who was a beggar. Even in a difficult situation, at the end, his goodness of heart was rewarded. How? By getting back his golden ring. Like Shekhar, we too can find goodness in others. For this purpose, we must first know who we are and what good qualities each of us has. So first we should know our qualities, then only we can find the goodness in others. Just look at yourself, how perfectly God has created you. So this is the inner self, you can say, you have to imagine about. So let's close our eyes and think for a while of the good qualities each one possesses. Now open your eyes and write down all your good qualities honestly on a piece of paper and show to your parents. This is your homework. Now, the second learning experience we can say is seeing good in others. First, you should see good in oneself and then you can only see the goodness in others. What were the qualities that the people in the role play possessed? First quality, you can say, the ability to see goodness in others. Like Shekhar. Shekhar was able to see goodness in Muthu. Hence, he gave him alms daily and joyfully. So, we should be able to see goodness in others. Now, knowing others. We should know others means, what is the meaning of knowing? That means knowing that person's qualities as well as some faults. So what are the plus point, what are the negative points we should know about others? Shekhar knew Muthu well, hence he was aware of his qualities. Then openness of mind. We should be always open-minded. Shekhar had an open mind to understand the goodness of others. So we should also have an open mind. We should not prejudice anyone or pre-think for any person, or we should not keep one mindset for any person. That person may be right someday. It is not the thing that the person whosoever is totally at fault or will always be doing wrong. Someday he or she may do the correct thing. So we should be open mind to accept the things. Then free mind. Shekhar was neither prejudiced nor influenced by the action and words of others. Free mind means we should use our mind. We should not accept others' thought. Like your friend says that person is not good, don't talk to him. So you should not listen to that person. You should use your mind freely and try to know that person by your experience, not just by listening to others, as the Shekhar had done. Okay. Next is spark of goodness in everyone. We should know that there is spark, there is some little uh, goodness in everyone. Like when we have these qualities in us, we find it easy to see that we are a masterpiece of God. Just as we are a masterpiece of God, each person is a masterpiece of God. And if the person is a masterpiece of God, means God has created, means few of the good qualities the person will have. That is for sure. So we should try to find it out. However faulty and bad others may be, there is a spark of goodness in them. What they are saying, that however faulty and bad others may be, but always there is spark of goodness in them. Okay. Bishop Fulton, here we are starting with one of the incident. Bishop Fulton Sheen of New York relates the following incident that took place in his childhood days. One incident we are going to come across. In his village, there was a drunkard who lived alone in a small house. Drunkard means the person who drinks alcohol very much. No one found him steady on his legs after 7 o'clock in the evening. Means in the evening he used to drink a lot and then he was not in the conscious. But till 7 he used to work very hard. This is one of the good quality you can say. This is one of the good quality in that drunkard person. He was really a nuisance to the villagers in the night. Means he was making lot of trouble to the villagers as he was drinking, and because of that he was shouting and disturbing the others. He abused them, made a lot of noise and so on. One day, due to excessive drinking, he died. His body was laid out in his small house, but a group of poor orphan boys means those who are not having their parents, means their parents are died because of any accident or something, so they are orphan, means they are not having their guardian or parents, so they are living alone, who prayed fervently with tear-filled eyes, caught the attention of the public. Means those villagers saw how those orphan boys are praying for that poor man. At the end of the prayer, a poor boy came forward and placed a bouquet of simple flowers on his body with an inscription. Do you know who was this child? He was one of the poor boy among the group of orphans, those who were taken care by that drunkard man. So As the person was taking care of those poor boys, that one boy came forward to offer him a bouquet of flowers. What was the written on the bouquet? You can see here, to the orphan, our benefactor. Benefactor means those who take care of someone, from the orphans, because the children were orphan, with love. The public was surprised to know that this drunkard was a charitable man. He looked after a group of orphan boys and met their needs from part of his salary. So, at the end, when the person has died, those villagers came to know that that poor drunkard person was also doing one of the best job, that he was one of a charitable man, and he was taking care of group of orphan boys by using his one of the part of salary. So he was doing something good for those boys. So from here you can relate that, you can find out the moral that always there is spark of goodness in everyone. Means howsoever wrong a person can be, but always there is something good in every person. So we should try to find it out. One message is written over here is, there is so much good in the worst of us, and also so much bad in the best of us, that it ill behooves any of us to find fault with the rest of us. So always we should try to find out the best or the good quality in ourselves, other as well as in others. Every person has one or the other defect or negative point. So we should not look onto them. We should always try to find out the goodness, the good qualities, positive values in that person. Then only we can relate to that person, or we can make any relation with that person and live happily in this world. So now, by learning this beautiful incident, it's time to appreciate each one of us as the best creation of God through a melodious song.
Person is the gift of God. Every person is the gift of God. Every person is the gift of God. Wonderful, marvelous gift. I am a gift. You are a gift. Every person is the gift. Of every person gift. Unique in all the world. Every person is the gift. Every person is the gift of God. Every person is the gift of God. Every person is the gift of God. Wonderful, marvelous gift. I am a gift. You are a gift. Every person is the gift. A very special gift. Unique in all the world. Every person is the gift. Every person is the gift of God. Every person is the gift of God. Every person is the gift of God. Wonderful.
Yes, did you enjoy the song? I hope so. Also, you have to practice that song with action. Okay, now it's time to sit quietly and learn something new Since you and I are gifts, since you and I are gifts to each other, we cannot judge others. We have no right to judge others. John Ruskin narrates an incident. Again, a beautiful incident is waiting for you where you will learn how to see goodness in others and how to make oneself calm and so let's start the incident. Read it out. I like to see variety of flowers in my garden and the honeybees and butterflies sucking honey from them. Who is saying this? John Ruskin. He used to see he used to like variety of flowers in his garden and different honeybees and butterflies sucking the honey from them. When I see the birds twittering sweetly in my garden, I feel I am in heaven and ideas come flooding to my mind and I begin to write because John Ruskin was one of the writer. One evening, as usual, I was just enjoying the beauty of the flower that bloomed. I heard some footsteps at one corner of my garden. To my surprise, I found a man just entering my garden and walking mercilessly on the plants I had grown. Here you can feel how John Ruskin would be feeling when someone is destroying his garden. I became wild and I got angry. I think you also will be doing the same if something happens with you. I shouted at him and called him a scoundrel. Scoundrel means a person, those who are behaving very badly with other. But the man continued walking and stamping my dearest flowered plants and crushing them under his heavy boots. So, by seeing all these things, John Ruskin was very angry and he shouted very badly on him. I judged him and said, he is cruel, unkind, heartless fellow, etc. I even wanted to beat him. Then quickly I made my way to him and forcefully held him and made him stand in front of me. So he was shouting, but the person was not listening to him and he was walking on those flowers mercilessly. So at the end, what he has done, he made him forcefully stand in front of that writer. And what he noticed now, to my surprise, I found him blind and deaf. Because of that only, that blind person was not able to see anything here and there, and he was walking on the flowers. And he was also deaf. Deaf means he was not able to hear anything. That's why when that writer was shouting on him, asking him to stand at one place, then also he was not stopping. He was not waiting there because he was not able to listen anything. So what do you feel here? Was that just John Ruskin has done and thought for that person as cruel, unkind, heartless fellow? Was he doing was he has done something right? No, because he was not knowing the reality of that person. So that is why it is said that जो सामने दिखता है ज़रूरी नहीं वो वैसा ही हो, उसके पीछे कुछ और भी हो सकता है. So Like John Ruskin, we too judge others without knowing the truth. Let us not judge others, but let us be people who see good in others, for we are the masterpieces of God. So, let's take a pledge that will not judge the people, but will be the masterpieces of God and will try to find the goodness in others. We have the treasure within us. Let us discover the treasure within others as well. Recall any incident where you judged others rashly, and when others judged you, how did you feel? What did you say to yourself? And try to write this into your rough notebook and share with your friends and family members about that incident. Now, on the page number 56, there is one table given about the gift evening. Here, different places are given as home, school, or your neighborhood, and the persons who are living at that place, like your at your home, your father, mother, your brother, your grandparent will be living. So, what good qualities they have, you have to copy down here, or you have to note it here. So, that table you have to complete it by yourself, which is given on the page number 56. Now, it's time to remember something. Always remember, goodness is very simple. Always seeing good in others, never thinking of self. This is the saying of Dag Hammarskjöld. Now, again, a very beautiful poem conveying the message of goodness and positivity is shown over here. You will be enjoying this poem very much. I hope so. So, let's read it out. Here, there is a one story of one bird and one farmer. That story is being converted here in the form of poem. Let's read it out. You have to recite this poem. A little bird went to and fro once in the nesting season and sought for shelter high and low, until for some queer reason she flew into a granary where on a nail suspended the farmer's coat she chanced to see, and there her search was ended. One bird was there who was searching here and there to make the nest, and then that bird has reached to one granary place where that bird found one coat, farmer's coat was hanging on a nail. So there the bird's search was ended. The granary was in a loft where not a creature met her. The coat had hollows deep and soft. Could anything be better? And where it hung, how safe it was, without a breeze to rack it. Come, busy little beaks and claws, build quick inside the pocket. 3 speckled eggs soon warmly lay beneath the happy sitter. 3 little birds, oh joy, one day began to chirp and twitter, and then, ah, can you guess the tale? The farmer came one morning Now here the twist begins. Let's see what happens when the owner of that coat comes back. Poor little frightened little ones, up from the nest they fluttered, but the mother birdie said, "Be positive. We are gods, the farmer is gods, and God will take care of us. God is good, so also the farmer will be." As they thought, so it happened. Means, as they thought for the positivity, it has happened. He put the coat back carefully. He said, "I think I have another. I know just how you feel, poor things, for I have youngsters like you." The mother birdie and her brood, safe in the pocket, rested, till all the little wings were set in proper flying feathers, and then there was a nest to let, for off they flocked together. The farmer keeps it still to show and says that he is the debtor. His coat is none the worse, while he is a little better. So this was a beautiful poem. Help, O God, at all the times to act towards others as we would wish them to act towards us. Help us to make the same allowances for others as we would wish them to make for us. To be as sympathetic and understanding to others as we would wish them to be to us. To encourage others as we would wish them to encourage us. To help them others as we would wish them to help us. To forgive others as we would wish them to forgive us. Before criticize others, help us to remember what it feels like to be criticized. Before we find fault with others, help us to remember what it feels like to be found fault with. Before we condemn others, help us to remember what it feels like to be condemned. Now, thank you, God. Now open your eyes, and it's time to end today's class with a wonderful song, God is So Good. So, enjoy the song and recite that poem properly. Thank you.